So I was on the gunnel, on the side of the boat, standing out.
And this, by the way, is Lawson's first fishing tournament. His first king mackerel. He's 8 years old.
So I was standing up really high so I could watch the baits. And I said, Lawson, look at that, something huge back there. He's like, where, Daddy? And I said, way back there, probably 100 yards behind the boat. So I said, Lawson, watch this. So I grabbed the rod, I start reeling in the menhaden, and then finally got within 50 yards of the boat, and he could see there was a big brown thing. So we just figured it was a shark, right?
I said, oh, it's a shark.
Right. But it was big. How big was it? I mean, it was still 50 yards away.
He said it was 4 feet at first.
Actually, yeah, it's a shark. 4-foot shark.
Yeah. No big deal.
Yeah. So
Play shark, no big deal.
I brought the bait in, put a new bait on, put it back out there, and he kind of disappeared. Well, then 2 minutes later, that's gross. Excuse me. He hit the downrigger, the one that goes beneath the surface, on the left-hand side. Right, Lawson?
Mm-hmm.
Then tell Mommy what he did.
It took a good 10, 15 minutes for you to get him in. And then we saw him.
How fast did he swim?
He took
What'd
it.
the reel sound like when he hit it?
Really?
Yeah.
Tell Mommy what you did. Tell her what her job was.
His job was to reel the fish in, and I got all the other lines in.
Which means he had to clear 4 lines. 2 downriggers and 2
What?
waybacks.
Wow. You're a good first
6
mate.
times.
That's right. It was just the 2 of you. Wow. Excuse me 1 second. Who is that, Houston?
Our whole family.
Oh, who's who?
That's me. That's Lawson. That's Daddy. And that's you.
Oh.
Where's the fish?
Well, I haven't exactly drawn the whole fam.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
So you took out probably 300 yards of line.
Wow.
Lawson got all the lines cleared. We started to get him close, and then Lawson stood right beside me with the gaff. That was his job.
Mm-hmm.
Big gap.
And as he came closer, we're like, oh man, that's a big shark. Lawson said, maybe it's a black tip. I'm like, well, I don't think it's a black tip. And then he swam right by the boat, like 5 feet away.
I was like 2.
2 feet away.
What'd
And
you
it
do,
was-
Lawson?
It was probably like an 8-foot.
It was striped, so automatically we knew it was a tiger shark. And 10 seconds later, it snapped the line.
How big was his mouth? It was big enough to put a volleyball in, probably.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. So it got 2 feet to the boat?
And then we found out we could have kept him and eaten him.
Is it really good eating?
Mm-hmm.
Is
I
there
looked it up too late.
a limit on shark or?
It's 54 inches on tigers.
It was way more than 54, too.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably 74 or 84.
That would have been fun to bring in today too.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what else happened? Any other good stories?
Why don't you